Broadcasting from the First National Bank Tower, this is KLEK Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council.
Jonesboro's community radio station. Your life, your music. KLEK 102.5 FM.
Good Monday morning, Jonesboro. This is meteorologist Tim Root with your KLEK 102.5 forecast. It'll be partly to mostly sunny, near 70 today. Later on tonight, there's a chance of showers and thunderstorms, 45 to 52. Mid-50s with cloud showers and maybe a thunderstorm Tuesday. We dry out Wednesday with partly to mostly sunny skies in the low 60s. Mid-60s Thursday with a blend of sun and clouds. Please pray for Jonesboro. We're Jonesboro strong. Educate, entertain, and empower. We're KLEK 102.5 FM.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Ollie Barrett. Spain has reported 812 new coronavirus deaths, taking the country's total to 7,340. President Trump says as many as 200,000 people are now expected to die of coronavirus in the United States. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has asked the public for forgiveness for the inconvenience caused by the country's COVID-19 lockdown. And Britain's Prince Charles is out of self-isolation after testing positive for coronavirus.
It's 9:01.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
KLEK 102.5 FM. Good morning to you on your Monday. It's March 30th, 2020. This is Community Conversations. Kate Wonder is in the studio with you. I'm still filling in for Quabila. Quabila will be off again this week. She is at home resting up, but definitely keep Quabila lifted up in prayer. Joining us is Mr. Nate Miller. He is the founder of Jonesboro Community Response. Jonesboro Community Response is a Facebook group. It's over 5,000 strong of Jonesboro natives and others who are just helping each other out. It actually started with the outbreak of the coronavirus, but it is now expanded since we've had the recent tornado. So we're just so happy to have Nate join us today. He's going to tell us a little bit about the group and about some of the things that are going on, as well as how you can help with both the tornado and the coronavirus. And of course, if you're watching on our Facebook live feed, post your questions and comments. If you are needing help or if you are offering help, post those in the comments as well so that we can announce those on the radio. How you doing today, Nate?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
All right, so Nate, let's just go ahead and get started. Just for those who are not familiar with yourself, just kind of give a little bit about who you are and your background.
Sure. My name is Nate Miller, and I'm a physical therapist. I've been in healthcare my entire life. I've worked at the rehab hospital here in Jonesboro and the surgical hospital, and now I work for an organization out of Austin, Texas called Clear Sky Health. And part of my responsibility with this organization is they have hospitals, and I'm responsible for the coronavirus or COVID-19 response.
Okay, so basically this is something that is related to your field. So obviously you saw once the coronavirus was starting to spread, you felt the need to take action. So just what inspired you to create this group?
Well, our organization started our response back in January. So I've been studying everything on the CDC, everything that I could get my hands on to prepare our organization. And so I was looking out where our organization is located in other communities, and I saw how those other communities were impacted. And I just knew it was a matter of time before our community was going to be impacted in a negative manner. So I just wanted to have a mechanism in place for individuals to be able to reach out and help other individuals, or for individuals to just say, hey, I need some food, or I need clothes, or I need baby formula. It just started as a simple mechanism to connect people that needed help, to connect people that wanted to help on a one-to-one, real tight-knit, close manner.
And of course, it definitely has done that. It has just exploded with people offering to help. I mean, I'm in the group, and sometimes it's difficult to even keep up with what's going on. And that's a good thing that so many people are saying, hey, how can I help? What can I do? So what was your response to that, just the outpouring of support that the group has gotten?
It's been incredible. I've really been surprised. It's been like I see something new, something I didn't think of that could even be a possibility every day. We see individuals that are helping each other with food. We're seeing them help each other with transportation, with groceries. We've had some people help other people with monetary items. People are paying for people's hotels. People are putting up people in their free Airbnbs. I mean, it's just been incredible, the response that we've seen from people that are willing to give. We have such a giving and compassionate community that in just a matter of days, my expectations were wildly exceeded for what people would do for others that are in need.
Speaking with Nate Miller of Jonesboro Community Response. So, Nate, once the tornado hit, obviously the focus of the group shifted a little bit, and it's a good thing that the group was already put in place. So let's kind of talk about your reaction to seeing things transition from dealing more with the coronavirus response to the tornado response, even though while people are helping with the tornado, still having to be mindful of the social distancing and other measures need to protect themselves from the coronavirus.
Yeah, so it was something that luckily we had this mechanism in place because it allowed people to immediately respond and mobilize to individuals in need. So what I saw Saturday right after the storm were people were connecting and people were helping people find locations to stay. People were helping people connect to the proper resources such as law enforcement and community organizations such as Red Cross. So luckily we had this to where people could immediately respond to that. What we've seen it grow to is we've had lots of people that are offering like their trucks and trailers and to come clean debris, come do chainsaw work, donate clothing, donate food, donate anything that you can think of. And it happened like immediately after the storm. People were in the group, people were requesting things, people were offering assistance. So it was just something that luckily we had this mechanism in place that we could immediately mobilize and get individuals help and connect people with resources. So people may need, help with getting their mail. Their house is gone. How do they get their mail? So the hub immediately said, hey, you can get your mail with us. People were reaching out to posting numbers for law enforcement, posting groups where you can find lost and found items, posting groups where you can connect pets with lost pet owners. I mean, it's just you name it, and it immediately happened right after the tornado.
And speaking of lost pets, I've been seeing posts in the group. People were asking about what happened to the animals at PetSmart, what happened to the fish at Cheddar's. So, I mean, there's even concern for not just the people, but the animals as well. So, again, it just shows the caring nature of our community. Now, one of the things that we mentioned earlier was that it's been so much outpouring of support. It's been kind of difficult to keep up with it all. And one of the things that was suggested in the group, and by the way, if you want to become a member of the Jonesboro Community Response Group, just search for Jonesboro Community Response on Facebook. Again, Jonesboro Community Response on Facebook. Ask to join the group and you will be in and you can see the discussion. But getting back to my question, so one of the things that you are organizing is actually trying to coordinate different people to be in charge of different response efforts, just to kind of centralize things so that people will have a better idea of where to go for donations. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Sure. And what our group has decided is we don't want to step on anybody or get in anybody's way that already has mechanisms in place. So we tried to think about, okay, what can we plug in and fill a gap? What can we do to try to mobilize all the people in our group that want to help and put some coordinated effort into it to be more efficient? So the areas that we have focused on are several areas, but the first is baby and toddler needs. We saw that there's an immediate need for people to be able to donate those items and people to be able to collect those items. So Nicole Potts is responsible for baby and toddler clothing, and she is affiliated with an organization called Christian for Kids of Arkansas, They are located on 2604 South Madison in Jonesboro, and they're going to be open today for individuals to be able to donate children's clothing, or also for individuals to come and receive clothing if they're in need of clothing. They are going to be letting people in one family at a time for social distancing. But if you have any questions, you can contact them at 932-0090. And one thing that I would just add, just to make sure that we're doing things in the best and most efficient manner, is if you are donating clothing, try to package it, either bag it up, make sure it's clean and in good condition, bag it up somehow, either in grocery bags or Ziploc bags, and put what size and what sex, so it's male or female, on the package, so it's easier, because what we're seeing in the community is people are donating a lot of clothing, and it's taking a lot of work to organize and get the clothing together and size it. So if you donate clothing, make sure to do that, to package it and put the sizing if you can. The second thing in regards to baby needs is we're also collecting items such as diapers, formula, any kind of baby food, toys, anything other than clothing. We're collecting that at Creative Kids Therapy, and that's at 300 Southwest Square. And they're going to be open from 4 to 6 today to take collections of any items or distribute those to any individuals in need. So we saw the need for baby needs immediately. The second thing was for food and toiletries. So Lowry Beck is at Apache Drive Children's Clinic. I know you had him on, I believe, last week on your show here.
We did.
He is in charge of collecting food and toiletries. And his collection location is Apache Drive Children's Clinic. It's on Apache Drive, and it's right behind the old NEA hospital, right off of Red Wolf. So if you know where that location is, they have tents set up outside. You can go drop off items there. And if you need food or toiletries, you can go there to collect, or make a post in our group and somebody can deliver items to you.
And of course, I also want to add that we at KLEK, we will also accept donations. In fact, we've got a container that will be delivered to the station later on today, in which any clothing or toiletries or other items that you wish to donate, we will accept them and we will distribute them to the appropriate points of contact. And of course, the address to the station is 1411 Franklin Street in Jonesboro. That's 1411 Franklin Street in Jonesboro. Just look for the First National Bank Tower behind the building.
And we certainly appreciate y'all doing that. That's been a great help, and we really appreciate it.
And we definitely
go ahead. Oh, I was just going to say, the next thing that we're doing is, immediately after the storm, we saw a lot of people responding that are willing to come in and help clean up, move debris, cut down trees, branches, do all those kind of efforts. And we wanted to coordinate that because, one, we want to not get in the way of all the individuals that are like repairing phone lines, power lines, all the first responders that have to go in and clear areas. So what we're doing is we've coordinated this with Mayor Harold Perrin. We're doing a cleanup tomorrow, and they want this to be very coordinated, and they want to have an idea of who's coming. So if you would like to help with cleanup tomorrow, you can go to our group, and Mason Clark is responsible for our cleanup efforts. He has created an event in our group, and so please go in there and say that you're coming so that they can prepare for how many dumpsters and equipment is needed. So that was the next thing that we felt like we really needed to help coordinate.
Do they have a stage? Not to cut you off, but do they have a staging area for that cleanup?
They're going to be starting. The staging area is an address in Bono, from what I saw, and I believe that they're going to take the debris to the sand pit, from what I understand, which is off of Straw Floor Road. But again, they really want this to be coordinated, and they want people to respond to our event, come to the correct location, so that they can distribute people where they need to go. That's not going to get in the way of rescue or emergency workers, responders trying to repair damage.
Okay, definitely appreciate that information. So, Nate, what are some of the organizations that have reached out? We've talked about the people. I know some of the organizations that are receiving donations, but any other community organizations or even the city government or county government has reached out to be a part of this and offering assistance?
Yeah, we've had lots of people reach out, and I'll go through several of those. One thing that our group is doing, we saw some studies from the tornado in Joplin and the best way to respond. So Apex Communication is a partner in our group. That organization is owned by Tim McNatt, and we are collecting gift cards because one of the things that they said is gift cards are a great thing to donate. You can sanitize those right now with the COVID-19. And we can distribute those to individuals so they can go buy their own things that they need. So you can drop off any gift cards at Apex Communications. They are an AT&T reseller, and the location in Jonesboro is on 1841 Highland Drive, Suite A. So it's right in front of the Walmart on Highland Drive. So that's one thing that you can do. I've seen there's an exhaustive list, but what I've seen is 18 Pizza Company is offering free meals to anyone that's displaced or any emergency responders. First NEA Church on Airport Road is providing free meals to victims and first responders. Today, Hero Japanese Cuisine is providing free lunch to anyone from 11 to 2 o'clock. Running Threads, a local company, they have a fundraiser where they're selling Jonesboro Strong T-shirts. And when you purchase one of those shirts, they will donate to a charity of your choice. So check that out. The information and link is in our group. I saw that Krispy Kreme is providing free donuts to nurses and doctors for the COVID-19 response. And the parsonage has been great. They've been donating a lot of food and a lot of meals. So you can check out the parsonage, follow them on Facebook, and kind of see they've even been delivering food to some shelters, from what I understand.
Speaking with Mr. Nate Miller of Jonesboro Community Sponsor, one thing that I'm working on, and I spoke with Nate about this off air, is creating a Google Doc that is listing all of these different things that people are offering so it can be in one location. I'm actually adding stuff as he reads it on the air. I'm going to share it with him and share it in the group as well so that others can edit it if they want to, and we can have this running list of all the great things that people are offering.
Absolutely, and I know just a couple of last ones here to mention. The Hub in Jonesboro, if you've been displaced and don't know where to get your mail, you can contact the Hub. They'll even deliver your mail to you. The Royal Priesthood and Community Partners is offering free hot meals. You can contact them at 662-609-7952 or New Life Ministries, 870-955-2346, and they're delivering meals as well. And KFC, the local KFCs are providing food to first responders, frontline medical people, and individuals displaced. Same with Redbeard's Burger Barn. They're also providing burgers for any police, fire, first responders, and linemen that are out. So check those out as well.
And of course, there's just so many resources. Again, I tip my hat off to you for being able to keep up with all of these. That's why I'm working on this document, because obviously can't do it. Now let's talk about this nonprofit that you are actually forming. So this is actually growing into a movement. A nonprofit is working on being formed that can help not just during this current situation with the tornado and the coronavirus, but ongoing. So let's talk about your vision for that nonprofit.
Absolutely. And so what we're doing, again, it's not to step on anybody's toes, but we want to kind of connect the nonprofits any way we can. And we also want to be like a one-stop resource for individuals. So if individuals want to donate several things, like let's say they want to donate money, they have children's items, they have furniture, they have adult clothing, we want to be that one-stop drop where people can bring all of those items, and then we'll distribute them to the correct location. So this saves people. People don't know where to go sometimes. And so someone having to go to 5 or 6 different organizations to handle all this, they can just come to one place, drop everything off, and we will distribute it locally. So that's that's the vision for our a nonprofit moving forward, and we'll just see where it goes. It's very fluid, obviously, from where we started this a couple of weeks ago to where we ended up. It's very fluid, and that vision may change, but we want to complement what is already in place here in Jonesboro.
Got a Facebook shout out. Shout out to Adrian Everett. Adrian is one of the ones that is coordinating the free food at the NEA Assembly Church. And again, Adrian Everett, Brad Dillon, Patrick Hilson, and others, they're going to be giving away free food starting at 12 o'clock noon today at the NEA Assembly Church, 1020 Airport Road. They're also going to have an 18-wheeler with household supplies that will be on site for those that need it. So appreciate you, Adrian and Brad and Patrick, for that effort. Okay, so this nonprofit, have you thought of a name for it?
No, we haven't. We're still working on that. We may stick with Jonesboro Community Response, or we may change it. We're going to form a board. We're going to form an official. We have legal counsel. Carrie Karashi is our legal counsel. And so we're going to do things in the right manner. We're going to respond right now. But once the initial response is to a point where we can kind of catch our breath, then we're going to sit down, form a board, and get this thing started in the right way.
And I'll volunteer myself to be a board member if you want me.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
All right, so we got about 2 minutes left. Anything else that you want to talk about that we did not cover? Any shout outs or just anything else that you want to get out there to the public?
Yeah, a couple of things. We have, and of course, there are many ways that you can donate your money. There's lots of local organizations. There's Red Cross, Salvation Army. But we have seen people from other communities that want to donate that would like to do it on a more local level. So donate wherever you feel, but if you would like to donate directly where 100% is going to go directly to the individuals impacted, we have a GoFundMe campaign set up. You can search that by Jonesboro Community Response and GoFundMe. And in our group, we also have a Facebook fundraiser. And so what we hope to accomplish with this, the first thing is, right after the storm, one of our leaders, Eric Birch, he's responsible for coordinating our transportation efforts, which, in coming days, we're going to have people that will help people move furniture in and out, move debris away. So he's coordinating those efforts. But immediately after the storm, he had a bunch of plywood delivered. And I know it was at least 50 houses that he helped board up. For individuals that lost windows, lost doors. And so we're raising money to pay for that lumber. We got that lumber at cost, thankfully, but we still have to pay for that lumber. So that's going to be one of the things that fund is used for. And we're also going to use it to, give people in need money. So you can donate to that. Again, I really want to emphasize the gift card drop-off at Apex Communication. Those are going to be crucial. It's something that's easy. Anybody can do that, and anybody can use those. So those are just a couple of things I think that is important. Lastly, get in our group, join our group, get involved. There is an opportunity for anybody to do anything they want. If you don't feel like you want to get out because of the COVID virus, there's things that you can do from home that you can social distance. So just get involved, get in our community, get involved. So join the Jonesboro Community Response Facebook group.
All right, there you have it, Nate. We want to thank you so much for calling in today. Don't hang up, by the way. I want to talk to you off the air. But again, Jonesboro Community Response on Facebook. Join the group. Get involved. Donate those gift cards. And, of course, pray for our city because we are Jonesboro strong. You guys have a great and blessed day. This is KLEK 102.5 FM.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.